Every year, there's a lot of good NBA players drafted, and many people debate who's the best player from each class through the following years. So today, I'm going to tell you who I think is the best player from each draft class over the past 10 years. It's hard to predict who the best player from the 2022 draft class is already, since they've only played like 40 games, and none of these players has been able to fulfill their full potential yet. But based on what we've seen, Paolo Banchero's been the best player so far while playing with the Magic, where he's averaged 20 points and 6 rebounds, with many people discussing if he should be an all-star. So he's definitely living up to the hype and looking like the next big star. Now the 2021 class has some good players like Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, and Josh Giddey. But out of everyone, Cade Cunningham has looked like the most complete player. And although he struggled with injuries and three-point shooting, he looks like a good point guard for years to come and a good player to build your team around. The 2020 draft class is a very debatable one, with a two-man race between LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. And although I do think Anthony Edwards is a star, and very well may be better than LaMelo at some point in his career, I do think LaMelo Ball is the best player from the class as of right now, since both of their scoring averages are similar at 23 and 24 points per game. But the main difference between these two is passing, since LaMelo Ball has averaged 7 assists compared to Anthony Edwards, who's averaged 3 assists per game through their first 3 seasons in the NBA. 2019 is also a great young class, with guys like Darius Garland, Zion Williamson, and Ja Morant. And although Zion is a star, I think Ja Morant is the best player in this draft class, since he averages more points and more assists than Zion. And he led his team to the 2nd seed in the West last year while being an MVP candidate, while Zion has continued to struggle with injuries throughout his young career. The 2018 draft class has many players like Trae Young and Shai Alexander, but Luka Doncic is obviously the best player from this draft, and might be the best player in the whole NBA, since he's averaged 20 or more points every year and made the playoffs multiple times, so he looks on pace to become the next great NBA legend. The 2017 draft had some disappointing players like Markelle Fultz, Lonzo Ball, and Josh Jackson, but it has had some other good players like Bam Adebayo and Donovan Mitchell. But after what he did last season, Jason Tatum has definitely become the best player in this class after leading the Celtics to the finals last year and becoming one of the best players in the league. The best player of the 2016 draft used to be Simmons, but since his fall-off, it's mainly a battle between Brandon Ingram and Jaylen Brown. And I think Jaylen Brown is slightly better, since he's averaged 27 this year and he's a pretty good defender, so I'd give him the slight edge over Brandon Ingram. The 2015 draft class had Devin Booker and Karl Anthony Towns. And overall, I think Devin Booker is a better player, since he's a slightly better scorer and has led his team to the finals already within his first 5 years in the league. The 2014 NBA draft had players like Zach LaVine, Julius Randle, and Joel Embiid, but Nikola Jokic has been the best player in this draft class after winning back-to-back MVPs and nearly averaging a triple-double this season. The last class is 2013, which had a lot of busts in the early picks, but Giannis has become a star for the Bucks and has separated himself from the rest of the players in his class over the last couple of years, after winning back-to-back MVPs and winning the NBA championship in 2021. So there's really no debate with any other player from his class. But I hope you enjoyed the video today and comment on what you thought about some of our picks, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.